Oh my gosh. How's it going, everyone? hobbesyoda back here again, and we are ready to start episode 5. It looks like it's about to be the tunnel. So look at the plot of the pants. Ooh, I'm excited. Let's get started.
I mean, your eyes and
Oh, we're
the
getting
teeth.
a full-on recap.
You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Well, fitting enough. Isn't it? It's coming all out tonight, baby. Not if I can avoid it.
No.
So,
Holly's sister.
she had a ribbon on her neck, though, right, when she died?
I just don't know what Bigby's doing.
Because I thought he said if they take the ribbon
if
off,
he cares
that's
about
when they
it.
get killed.
If he even gives
I'm
a
not even
shit.
sure what's going on anymore, though, but hopefully we'll get
That's
our
why you can't tell me anything.
satisfying conclusion.
It's the
full of
ribbon,
answers.
isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
We're not burning the tree, Snow.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
Look, maybe a few will get sent up, but you're my friend, Colin. I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh, snap! Shot. Nope, sorry. Too soon.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal
That's my
shillings
name.
as you
Exactly
see fit,
like
but
that.
take just one
Oh,
more silver round near your
God.
heart, and the only place I'll be
Right
visiting
on the
you
birth
is
certificate.
the morgue.
Right as I was born. Yep.
Bigby, wait.
how
When
it
you get the
happened.
crooked man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
So I'm guessing the crooked man isn't from any like fable. I mean, he looks like what I would imagine as like the old dude that got killed in The Telltale Heart poem by Edgar Allan Poe. The old creepy guy that dies and gets put under the floorboards because the dude that owns the house can't stand the look of his eye. Like that's literally what I thought of when I first saw the video. I was like, oh. Because I know I've technically not everything, but I don't know what they count anymore. Or they don't count as like fables. Because like Bloody Mary's in here. I guess yeah, that's a fable. I guess it's a famous story, but I don't know. I don't know what counts to classify as a fable anymore. Nope. You're dead.
You've come a long way.
Dogs harassing the other dog in the background.
You must be tired.
Stop. Line up a smoke in this joint.
And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff, relax for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really a carpaccio. It's lobster, sirloin.
I told you, crooked man, it's over.
Really?
Yeah.
Like I'm totally not outnumbered here, you know?
What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey. Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You know why I'm here. You killed those women.
What women?
Faith and Lily, the girls who worked at the Pudding and Pie.
Did I now? I assume by your confidence in accusing me, you must have some proof of this, yes? Some allotment of evidence. A witness, perhaps.
Your servant over there told me you did it.
That's a fucking lie! I didn't say anything like that!
Fine.
All I said was that this was your town, and nothing wouldn't happen without your approval, all right? That's it.
If only that were true. Those women. I don't relish telling you that the killings were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with. You really don't need to worry yourself further.
An unfortunate bit of business? You're gonna tell me right now who killed him?
Sheriff, I have complete respect for you and your job. I hope you know that. But I simply can't divulge that information. You really shouldn't worry yourself. As I said, I've got this under control.
No, I'm gonna deal with it right now.
Yeah, right.
What do you think this is? Some kind of negotiation? The man said he'd take care of it. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
I'm the law here, not you. Now tell me who did it.
You think I'm scared of you? You're nothing more than a...
That's enough! I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but in the interest of preserving our alliance, if you have to know, it was Georgie. However, like I said, I'll be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Georgie.
You got what you wanted, so just...
Sit down. Now.
Yeah, I killed him, so what? You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged.
Why'd you do it? Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. That you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this!
And then
you told me
attempt to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, sis. You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
I think I'll be taking both of you.
You're not taking me, you fucking ponce. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like that?
You think I give a fuck if I'm the one... Who the shit do you think you fuckers
Get
are?
the fuck out of here!
I do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying?
Yeah, what the fuck? You're gonna make sure we all go down this shitter with you?
I'm running out of patience, crooked man. I don't have time to fuck around here.
This could have gone so well. But you just had to complicate things. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Oh.
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
I hate this one. Oh my god. Really? Really? From behind, at the table? By God. Oh, I forgot they're all monsters too. Well, this ought to be fun. What's the monster man? Oh gosh, he's back at mashing buttons again. He's killing me.
Take
killing
this!
me now. Fun mashing buttons me in these games.
You're
What
done,
the
Wolf.
heck did he shoot
Come on,
that
we're
opened
pretty
that?
much done here.
Are you? He's got
I'd
me in
like
the
to say it
master
was nice
lock.
knowing
He's got me
you,
in the
but
master
I'll be
lock.
glad to see your
Back up.
insides turned out.
Man, Chris Master, you got fat. And just got shanked. Oh, come on, now we're coming at me with a knife. Lovely. Oh, I was gonna take his dick off. He grabs him.
Oh god.
I know this. Don't jump off the wall. Oh, fuck.
This way.
Oh, gosh. Jumping off the wall. Oh, there we go. Should have bashed his head good this time. You go through. That's it. Come on. I thought they could like change it. Like they should just close it up on me immediately. Like virus.
Shit!
I know.
Oh yeah, sorry, I stabbed him too. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. Oh boy. Whoa. Elevator. Oh yeah, we're right? Oh god, no! This is so much worse than Frogger. Oh gosh. Don't run in the streets, children. J running is not good for your health. Me casually waiting for the episode where Darth Maul comes back. Ah! You will 5 inches of hair all over your body in the span of 5 seconds. Right? It's a badass. Oh good. Casually jumping in their face.
Fuck! What was that?
Your worst nightmare, bitches. Oh no, that was the Crooked Man! I didn't realize that. That sucks.
Take him off!
I can't.
Should have gone for the Crooked Man in it. Oh no. Oh, come on. No! You know, if you were smart, you should have grabbed you. Although I probably would have lifted up the car, let's be honest. Maybe the smart move was to start it away. At this point, like, who knows what this werewolf's man is capable of.
Are you sure?
Do it!
Oh boy.
He's not moving.
Keep going!
Dude, come on, I totally could have picked that thing up from the front. If I could pick it up from the back, I could have just launched it. I should have just reenacted the scene with Joker from like the Dark Knight.
Come on.
Like, hit me! Hit me! Come on, do it. I know you want to do it. Come on, I want you to do it. I want you to do it. We have a car. We have a werewolf. We have strip clubs. Can I transform in and out fast? Should I even bother? I already know they're in here. Let's just go. Why am I gonna bother examining clues when I already know where they're at? Just watch them walk right in. Like, who does a crime scene investigation?
Stay here.
Trying to figure out who the murderer is when the murderer is right in front of them. You know what I'm saying?
I need a minute.
Okay.
Hell no, you ain't getting no minute. You ain't know have I got these scars.
Shit. Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses. Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that.
I didn't
or
know
maybe
he
you
was,
just
I forgot
like
he was
me
in that
too
car.
much to let me go. That it, Sheriff?
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
You gonna carry me?
I do wish I
Please, Sheriff.
remembered who was in
Haven't
what
you
car,
done
though, and chose
enough?
the Crooked Man's
Look
car,
at him.
though.
He's dying.
Vivian, you don't know what you're doing.
You can't seriously want to
thank
protect
goodness.
this guy.
No,
You know what he did.
We wouldn't.
I'm not going anywhere.
Demonetized now. Actually, there was one
It isn't his
episode where
He's a murderer. Faith
I'm
and
surprised
Lily,
I did not
he's
get
the reason they're
demonetized.
dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
There
What?
was.
He made sure they couldn't talk
yeah.
with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls...
So it's all my fucking fault then?
I
You
didn't mean...
fucking... Ah! You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Look.
You didn't have to do anything.
Sheriff Werewolf.
Like
and
hell
his
I did.
trusty psychic,
Look,
Larry the Pig.
Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out. The both of you can go rot in hell.
That's not my problem.
Oh, I get it. When a pretty little girl shows up at your door wanting help, you've got all the time in the world. But when I've got something to say, it's not your problem.
I'll go after the Crooked Man. You still commit murder.
Well,
You are still
fuck you. Go ahead and arrest me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Nerissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault. But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him.
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them...
You freed them what?
What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die. Do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
I told you, you don't know the fuck about anything.
Wait, how is she involved in all this?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet.
You know, props
to ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
I know that. But did it have to be like this?
Wait, those were your ribbons? You're in on this? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do.
In your own
You have to
manipulative little way, huh?
understand. Nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place,
Yeah, what the hell, Georgie?
it was just a stupid idea.
All I wanted was his
a
boat
gimmick.
back, man. Okay,
Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started, anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were going to be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the Crooked Man showed up, and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it.
I told you. Sometimes all your options are shit.
We'll find another way. She doesn't have to die. Maybe the witches
Don't talk
can...
about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
You're right. It's your life.
I know what I've done.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life.
My bad.
I thought it would be different
No
here.
balls. What?
But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily?
I didn't say that.
To all of them.
Disney creates a night.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't. Vivian, no! Fuck! No, 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 no!
Okay.
Why'd you have to do that, Vivian?
Vivian. That's what was attaching her head. Okay.
Shit.
Are you happy now? Is this what you wanted?
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh.
We better with his Romeo and Juliet. Is he gonna bleed out and die now? Holding her hand. Oh my god. YouTube, you got to monetize play.
Oh, fuck!
Get up. Get up!
Don't think so,
Look, get up or hang yourself in the Texas, alright?
I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the Crooked Man the same treatment when you find him.
Maybe it's a good thing I wasn't interested in Crooked Man, because I got that information.
Really fucking up for me, alright?
I don't know.
For both of us. You know the bastard deserves it.
He's gonna have it worse. Don't worry.
Good.
Hey, I like your John Moxley shit.
Old foundry by the river.
I actually thought about
a Shepherd Metalworks.
John Moxley showed that.
He'll be there.
On a hot topic.
Fucking asshole.
It's basically just like this, but it has like some mox shit on it.
You wanna finish me off now?
Actually, I should know anything about it.
Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you want to do, right? Well, whatever it is, just get it over with.
That's not who I am.
Prove it then. No more games, all right? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick.
Put him out of his misery.
All right, Georgie.
I'm not just gonna let him bleed out. It's like horrible. It's even worse than the bleeding out. Rip your heart out, girls. Hands off the merchandise. Star Wars Mark. Anakin would destroy Kylo me. Oh wow. Hey, did you know the sun is bigger than Earth? It would be an interesting fight. I think it'd be as biased as people think it would be. To be fair, like, do we ever get to see Anakin kill any Jedi Masters in the prequels? No, he killed a bunch of younglings and had Emperor Palpatine throw Mace Windu out a window. And they got people Obi-Wan. When the only reason he might be so powerful is because there's no other Jedi Masters out there in the first place. Because they're all killed by clone troopers instead of him. That's one thing, one of my problems with the prequels, they definitely didn't make Anakin look as strong as he needed to be. They made Vader just like a whiny teenager. Like, Vader's still awesome, but the prequels could have done a lot better job of portraying that. One got trained by the greatest to ever live, has the greatest potential of any Jedi, and Kylo was trained by... Oh my god, hey, Luke's awesome, alright? I mean, Luke and Palpatine. But so is Anakin. In a way, well, he was from Obi-Wan and Palpatine, so... Interesting how that correlates there, huh? Apparently, Anakin Yeah, that's right. Isn't there a deleted scene of that? I don't think it was on his way to stop Windu, though. Was it? I thought that was a deleted scene when he first goes to the temple to kill the younglings. There's a deleted scene of him, like, killing... But anyways, yeah, they should have showed that. They should have showed him, like, killing Jedi Masters, like, how powerful a threat Vader really is. Instead we just see him killing younglings and losing to Obi-Wan. It's like... Come on. We're supposed to believe this guy is a threat, make him look like a fucking threat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Kylo was only
You used to be something.
Snoke, no idea how strong.
They used to fear
Snoke was a puppet of the Emperor, so he was being trained by the Emperor.
They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
Snoke was like literally the Emperor's just a puppet. Like quite literally. Basically just a failed clone attempt embodiment he was trying to embody. But of course he couldn't transfer over all of his powers.
Big bad wolf.
Unfortunately. We try that.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you finish, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
Palpatine has a lot of power and like a lot of knowledge.
Persuade him.
Wow, what a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned. Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
Keep the domestic abuse going, you know. Palpatine would try to turn him into his apprentice either way, so he would have make him back powerful. Well, he probably wanted Kylo to be that powerful so that Kylo would eventually kill him, so that he could take over Kylo's body, just like he was trying to do with Rey. They were both like basically backup plans. You couldn't get it done with Kylo. Now, Rey, you get it done with Kylo. Like that's what I was trying to do. Because that's like the whole reasoning behind the Sith's rule of two. Is so that way there's one to wield the power and then the other to crave it. That way the other one can eventually strike the one down to become more powerful. So the Sith can continue to grow in power as time goes on. This has turned into a horror game, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, smoky. Or no, wasn't that, like that June there in the mouse? Smoking! We want the smoke, but not the smoke. How fast you're at this button clicks, it's scary. Damn it! Nope!
Where are you? Come out and face me!
Well, actually, never mind. Hell kills him. He'll come back. Well, he'll transfer his life form into Kylo's body. That's how the Sith are able to cheat death. Is that in Rule of 2, the apprentice would eventually kill the master's spirit life force, so his power and life force would go over into the apprentice. And so I think the power would go on. See, the way the Sith could stop the guys cared about the way from dying. But the thing is, they only run and cared about themselves. That's why it happened at first, and Kylo was able to discover that power by transferring his own life force over into Rey. So ultimately he completed the power that Anakin was looking for and trying to stop all two from dying. like, where did this army come from? What is going on? Survived the story. I was like, you know what, you're smart. Good job building a birdhouse. Stab it. That frame rate. Well, Bloody Mary's taken care of. Who was probably my favorite Jedi. Well, popular from the Dragon. But what about the attack on the Wookiees? He's just watching that from out there, like, well, shit, I'm dead. It's like the guy in the car dealer at the beginning of John Wick 2, just waiting.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6. I won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want. You plan to do what she says, don't you?
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished.
Dude, literally just
you will bring me back alive.
Demon wolf hybrid.
Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that?
No,
look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
Oh, even worse.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will. As long as you agree to my terms.
I like that tie.
Because I'm not saying another word
fit
until I'm brought before the community.
whatsoever.
I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
This is about justice. I'm the sheriff. I have to do what's right. 2 people were murdered.
And you know who did it.
I know who is
Georgie.
behind it. The man pointing the gun right now.
He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten
How
up a
long are
little.
we in a stall? This
Some
game
fun.
has
So,
many
shall we get
stalls
going?
and-
I'd rather not dawdle. You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again. My previous interactions with her have gone rather well.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind.
The sheriff of causing.
What do you say? Hey!
1 second, be extremely reasonable.
I'm
the
sure
next.
Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I
was
understand why she'd
self-defense.
want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers.
I did not.
And your
cause that.
punishment will
Okay.
follow.
The hell was already caused. I raised it in self-defense. My last cigarette. Trophy earned. Wait, what does that mean? Am I gonna die? I can't die. There's a Wolf Among Us 2
I know,
coming out.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's coming?
Yes,
I'm
you'll have
eventually
an
gonna finish
opportunity
Days
to.
Gone, but I think the next game I'm gonna stream through is Doom.
He's
because I
back.
want to play that
The
before the
Crooked
second
Man.
one comes out.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
It's nothing. I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that
shall
you did
now
well,
experience
but that,
the full
you know...
power of the Harry
I'm just
son.
glad you made it back in one piece.
Oh,
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get
These
off?
poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who
Hey,
killed my
shut-
sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Allow me. Justice has already been dispatched. Bigby executed him.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
No
you are
appreciation.
charged
Okay, cool.
with
She's
the
totally
murder
cool
of
that she
Faith
just heard
and
that I murdered
Lily,
somebody.
which
Good
Georgie
to know.
carried
That was
out
the
on
case,
your
then I knew
order,
that.
inciting
I would've just
violence
killed his
against
ass.
various members of the Fabletown community, including
Taking
the
him.
attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you.
With a gun.
Now, is there
held
anything
to
you
his
would like
head.
to say?
First of all,
Alright, I gotta go,
I had
bro.
nothing to
Alright,
do with
see you
Faith
later,
and
man.
Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you
Stop
didn't.
the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So cut the shit.
We all know who you
Oh.
are. We know what you've
Just
done.
give it
I
up
gotta go
already.
involve one too.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its
Jordan and I were
citizens.
absurdity down this.
These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
I agree.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell
Killed
me,
this guy earlier.
when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
You weren't being helpful. You were trying to set me up. Your people tried to kill me.
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time, not much, but they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor?
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Don't blame Snow, she had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away, but I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
This is dragon.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Burn up at the stake.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course! Where are you going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated the poor woodsman when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What? You think you shouldn't be held accountable?
He was a suspect, and I needed answers.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen,
That's
I
not
mean, a
true.
certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes, See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers? Judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny. Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the—
Bigby! Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath?
What's she doing here?
I'd like to. I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body.
Oh,
Did you kill her?
You can't control her now.
Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just—
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid—
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well. No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This
we...
is
The only one
going
not agreeing,
nowhere.
to be
Someone
fair.
needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine. Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
He's responsible for the
Yes,
death
Sheriff.
of multiple women.
Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to...
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way. There you are. I hope you all Remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep. You're going to miss me.
No, I won't.
For Lily and Faith.
Yes, another one of us to erase from the books.
It happens. I didn't really know what the well did, to be honest, so I chose it. Because I'm like, if the well is just another form
Sheriff
of death,
Bigby.
what's the difference between that and me ripping his head
Great to see you. I don't know if you remember me.
I know who you are, Flycatcher. You've worked at the Woodlands for how many years now?
I think I've lost count. You gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Oh, Mr. Wolf? Flycatcher left his keys.
Should have locked him up.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
In real life, though, someone's
gonna see you, Colin.
Were to order the murder. Yeah, Colin, get back to the freaking room, man! Were to order the murder of 2 people, and those separate people, would they not get the death sentence? I don't know how that works, because I know you get the death sentence if you do go to jail for murder, or sometimes you just go to jail for life. But still, I don't know. Either way, the decision's been made, but I realize now that, you know, that was my moment to show everyone that I'm not the monster they think I am. I may have failed.
I'm going!
But,
Jesus!
Oh well. Either way, some form of justice
We only
has
have
been
like
served.
5 minutes.
May not
Hey,
have been
carry me for fuck's sake! I don't give a
totally
shit!
the right one, but
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit! Just go grab that, would you?
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait, Sheriff
in
Bigby.
a way, though, there's
I have
also
something.
that
You know, he was up crying
the
all
line from the
night.
comics, you
Poor
turn
kid.
one cheek, slap the other, but if they swipe you twice,
Can you give this to Miss White,
don't go kick,
please?
you know.
Dad says there's
Hey,
no
let's stop
time to
around
say
these
goodbye,
lights.
so if you could bring it to her, she was nice. So
What is it?
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best.
Oh.
It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love
Hopefully
it.
this will change
She
your
said
heart.
it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
I'm sorry, TJ, but look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Mundy seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on, it won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No, some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set. Well, you're doing a good job trying to comfort your son, aren't you?
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
How should I know?
Saying goodbye?
Right.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
It's okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Narissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
Oh, gosh.
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it.
I just killed
So what
him.
if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
So you think that makes it okay to lie?
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... That night, after Faith, I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith. Or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was.
No, I didn't show mercy.
So from where I'm
I
standing,
dropped him
you did the
down
right
a
thing.
well
You've been
because
given
you
this
told
job
me
for a reason.
that he
And
ordered
I left Faith
a
at your
murder.
doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I've been making a lot of mistakes lately.
But you've also done a lot of good. Don't forget that. You've changed this place. For better or worse.
I'm going
Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Your point of view.
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me.
You like my ribbon?
Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Did Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
Interesting part is I'm still missing trophies.
Well, I know it sounds crazy. It's very unlikely. But the fact that there still is a chance is what haunts me for that decision now. That there is a chance. That is a very unlikely chance. There's still a chance that the Crooked Man didn't tell Georgie to murder those women. And I killed him for it. I freaking killed him for it. All because of a lie. I thought I was doing what was right, to be fair. But what's done is done. Was definitely an interesting game, makes you think. But still won't know what good at that though. It'll be interesting to see where they go with season 2. That option at the end though, when they gave me the option to go after her or not, was that they go after her to like take her in or like why? Or like go after her. Go after her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Forgot that I have to hire an Uber for tomorrow. After credit scene? There. Continue the story. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, my controller is dead. Hold up. Shoot. Alright, well, thank y'all for joining me. I guess we'll now wait till Season 2 comes out later on. We'll have more Wolf Among Us. Until next time, we'll probably stream 2 next on the channel, but Telltale will return soon, whether it's with Wolf Among Us Season 2, or maybe I'll decide to do Guardians or something else later on. But either way, thank y'all for joining me through this playthrough. And, oh man, I should have done everything. That would have been an easy platinum. Oh well. But, yep, that's all for this playthrough of Telltale, and I'll see y'all later for another one in the future. And, as I said, plenty more content to stay tuned for on the channel to come as well. So, peace out. See you later.